Welcome back. You're tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso, only on SABC3. Talking about a rather heavy topic this morning. We're asking the question, have your relationship changed after having a baby? We have our relationship expert, Dr. Eve, with us in studio. And this topic comes about after a lot of conversation was sparked when we found out that DJ Zinhle and AKA split just a month or so after having their baby girl. And we actually hit the streets to find out how you guys, the average South Africans, try to make your relationships work after having a baby. Let's see what you had to say.
To make my relationship work, I think the most important thing is to give each other attention, not to put all the attention onto the child, and still have time with each other. Go out every now and again, just the two of you, and don't speak about what the child did or didn't do during the day. Try and have a normal adult conversation.
I suppose just doing family things together, like today we decided to come out together, take him out for the day, take him for a walk maybe. So I think you have to do things
very family orientated.
We have date night once a week, and we leave the kids with a sitter, and even if it's just for 2 hours, we go have dinner and just chat about what happened this week and how we feel about what happened this week and things that are bothering us, things that are making us happy, just to stay connected, because you kind of lose each other. You just focus on the kids constantly and don't talk to each other anymore.
Communication and trust, and always work together. I'd say spend a lot of quality time alone also. Don't always take the kids everywhere, because you also need that quality time together as parents.
You are not alone. Everything is a phase, and it does get better. It will get better. I have to believe it.
Well, that's what you guys had to say. Well, we are answering your questions this morning. Have your relationship changed after having a baby? That's number 083-9133-728. Call us right now. Dr. Eve is standing by to answer your questions. Dr. Eve, very, very interesting topic once again. We spoke about it a little bit earlier. Let's talk about the different roles when it comes to raising a kid. You know, men and women differ in general. Yes. How does it differ when it comes to the parenting styles, raising a kid?
You know what? I don't think it's so much around gender. I think it's more around the messages that you receive from your families. So all those stories, remember when you said, like, I'm never going to behave like my dad, or I'm never going to behave like my mom. Suddenly, those are the only roles that you know. So you bring them in, and they feel like right for you. And so you say, this is the way that I think we should raise our child. And you can talk about it beforehand. And you can say, I'm never going to do those things that my parents did to me, or we're going to make this child this perfect child, and we're going to keep our relationship intact, and we're going to do things like date nights, and we're not going to let the child rule our lives. You can have all of those. Yeah, you're laughing. You're laughing.
I am laughing.
You've been there. You can have all these rules in place, but you never know. And also, you know, I think we forget that this child is a person, and has a uniqueness about it, and has a unique personality, and have their demands. So one child will be really easy and go to sleep on demand and feed on demand, and the other child is going to be absolutely colicky and difficult, and that requires a very different conversation between parents. And the problem that comes into the relationship is when those conversations stop happening. And then it's all because you're so fatigued and you're wrapped up in yourself and you're trying to survive on your own as an individual that you just become quite bickering and quite anguished. And, it becomes very, very dynamically difficult between the two of you.
We had a question from Adrian from Durban. She said that they had 2 kids, her and her husband, but after having the 2 kids, her husband started cheating, and now they are actually getting a divorce. What would you say to her exactly? Why does this happen?
You know, I mean, it's difficult to say what came first, the cheating or the babies. I think it does, we know, it puts people under pressure when you have a family. But it had to be things that were going on in that relationship, either before or during that time when it was happening. I don't think that there's ever an excuse to cheat. And I think that we shouldn't say because of cheating. I think you are more vulnerable. There's no doubt about that. You're going to be more vulnerable to cheat, to act out, to gamble, to drink more, to want to go out with your friends more. Cheating is just one of the things that you would do to act out, to say, actually, I'm not coping. Actually, I'm terrified. Actually, I'm needing to have a place that I can go to. In fact, it's real interesting because couples between 30 and 40, which are the couples who are having children, they are the ones who are always called, they're in the critical phase of their relationship because they're more at risk to cheat.
Yeah, all right. Well, definitely a very heavy conversation this morning. Give us a shout. We want to know your thoughts. If you want your questions answered, we're asking the question, has your relationship changed after having a baby? That number, 083-9133-728. We're going to continue with the topic and discussion a little bit later on. Right now, though, it's time for the A to Z of cooking with leigh-anne in the kitchen.